Welcome to the next video tutorial on HTML part 3. In this video tutorial, we will be learning about the tags that we have used in the previous video to develop a simple HTML document. So this is the content that we have used to develop a simple HTML document in the previous video. At the very beginning, we have this tag. So what it does, exclamatory doc type HTML in between angle bracket. So this tag will be informing to the browser that this document is a HTML document and the version of this HTML is version 5. I can also keep like this, doesn't matter, even though if I keep in the beginning itself declared this document as HTML and version 5. Once again, I'm keeping this HTML tag. It doesn't matter, it works fine. Now, we need to understand the difference between element and a tag. So we might get confused on these two terms. What is the difference between element and a tag? An element is a set of opening and closing tags in use. An element is a set of opening and closing tags in use. Here, opening tag and closing tag, or we can consider this one as opening tag and this one is closing tag. An element is a set of opening and closing tags in use. What are tags now? Tags are labels. Tags are labels we use to mark up the beginning and end of an element. Tags are labels we use to mark up the beginning and end of an element. So these are the opening and ending tags. We use these tags to label that this is the beginning of the element and whatever it is the closing, it is the closing of an element. Tags are labels we use to mark the beginning and end of an element. All tags have the same format. All the tags have the same format. They begin with a less than sign. Okay, we can consider it as a angle bracket. So all the tags have the same format. They begin with a less than sign. Observe, they begin with a less than sign and end with greater than sign and end with greater than sign. And the only difference between an opening tag and a closing tag. What is the difference between an opening tag and a closing tag? That is the forward slash. In the opening tag, we don't have any forward slash. That indicates that it is the beginning or it is the starting tag. Okay, opening tag. And while ending this tag, we are ending it with a forward slash in the beginning slash html. It is the ending tag. So what is html tag? What is the html tag? We have learnt about the element and a tag. What is the difference between element and a tag? So element is a tag, that is opening and closing tag, and the tags are the labels to mark up the beginning and end of an element. So now what is the html tag? Why do we need that html tag? So what is this html tag? We know that an element is a set of opening and ending tag that is in use. So we can consider this html as an element, right? This html as an element. So this html element is the root element of an html page. This html element is the root element of an html page. This tag informs the browser that it is an html document. Text between this html tag describes the web document. Text between this opening and closing tag. Text between this opening and closing tag describes the web document. So, how it should be arranged. Now, what about this head element? What is this head element? Head element contains meta information about the document. Head element contains meta information about the document, so that you will see in the upcoming videos. As of now, the basic understanding of head element, it contains the meta information about the document. It should be the first element inside the html element. It should be the first element inside the html element. Immediately after keeping the html element, we should keep this head element. So what is this meta information or metadata? So it is simply information about the document. It is just simply information about this html document. It must be closed before the body tag opens. It must be closed before we use the body element. it must be closed before the body tag opens. So then we have the title inside the body. We have the title. So this title element specifies a title for the document. This title element specifies a title for the document. We can easily identify. So what is this document is about? It will be helpful to identifying the document purpose, what this document is about. So as its name suggested, okay, as its name suggests, it is used to add title of the HTML page, which appears at the top of the browser window. As it suggests, as the name itself explains that it is used to add title of the HTML page, which appears at the top of the browser window. So you can see it in the on top of the browser tab. Okay, so there we can identify that what this page is about. So this title tag must be placed within the head tag. This title tag must be placed within the head tag. Within the head tag, we are placing this title. The next thing what we have is the body element. Body element. Body element contains the visible page content. Body element contains the visible page content. So whatever we see in the web page, that is whatever we have in the body. Text between body tag. Okay. Text between the opening and closing body tag describes the body content of the page. The text between opening and closing body tag describes the body content of the page that is visible to the end user. Whatever we see in the web page, that is whatever we have in between opening and closing body tag, that is the visible part in the web page. So this is the tag that contains the main content. This is the tag that contains the main content of the HTML document. Inside the body tag, we have the h1 element and the p element. So the h1 element defines a large heading. the largest heading that is available as a heading. We have H1 to H6. So this is the largest one. H1 is the largest, H6 is the smallest. So H1 element defines a large heading. The text between H1 tag, the text between opening and closing H1 tag describes the first level heading of the web page. It describes the first level heading of a web page. Then we have this P, paragraph element. We have this paragraph element. So this paragraph element defines a paragraph. This paragraph element defines a paragraph. Then we are closing the body by using a forward slash. Then we are closing this HTML. Okay, then we are closing this HTML content by using the forward slash. So this is the simple explanation of the tags that we were used in the previous video to develop a simple HTML document. So this is it for this video tutorial. Thank you.